by the end of this video, you're going to know how to be able to use Upwork to land some massive clients without even having a profile. This is the exact system I used with another freelancer. His business was stagnating. We were looking at Upwork as maybe a potential way to find new clients. And then we were able to land an absolute life-changing client for him before he even had a profile. And I'll walk through step by step how we did that. I will start by saying that I do believe that Upwork is a brilliant platform. I do absolutely recommend building a profile and going through those early stages of maybe doing work for lower than you'd like and getting those 5 stars and those reviews. Once you start to build a profile, clients start coming to you, and it becomes less then of a chase for new clients and more of them come to you. So I do believe in the platform. I do think the connects can be worth it. I do think the 10% commission is worth it because it's an algorithmic system that will bring clients to you, and that's what's happened for me. But let me just share a little bit about how it worked with this other freelancer that I was helping. He had a business that was doing okay. Most of his leads were coming from LinkedIn, but he was a little bit tired of having to chase on LinkedIn, and that was basically cold outreach. So we thought about how can we get, warm outreach, clients that we knew were looking for freelancers that were ready to hire. How could we target them? And they were available on Upwork. So how this worked in practice, we were able to figure out some clues left in Upwork job posts. And clues can be left particularly by big clients because they'll put a lot of details and they'll have a lot of reviews. And within that, you'll be able to figure out some certain things that you can then use to track them down. Let me dive into exactly how you can do this. I'll do it in real time and show you what you would do in this instance to figure out who these people are posting and how you can hit them up off the platform. This is my own Upwork feed. I'll run through what are the clues to look for, the main ones that will give you the clues to be able to locate somebody off of Upwork who has posted the job. So I'm going to go through what I generally will look for. I will look for jobs that look like long-term positions because for once off, they probably want to get it done quick. They're probably going to hire pretty quick. So you're looking for long-term opportunities and with enough detail for you to take away and find who they are and send them a proposal on another platform. So this is just today's latest feed. So we'll have a look through. Here's one straight away, posted 2 hours ago. I can see Bricks and Bytes. Content marketer is what they want. Bricks and Bytes sounds like a project. I generally have podcasts coming up. That could be the name of the podcast. So straight away, I will look at the location. You can see here it's in London. That is good to know. We'll keep that in our back pocket for now. We can see it's in the space of architecture, engineering, and construction. Let's keep that in mind as well. But the biggest thing, the quickest thing to always look for is the name of the person. That is great to know. And I can see here I've had a great positive experience with Owen. Owen's our guy. We know the space. We know the potential name of the project. So let's take what that is for now and see if we can land a hit with this. So we're going to simply go to Google. I'll put in Owen Bricks and Bytes London and look, there it is. There's the podcast. First result on Google, Owen Drury from Big Bricks and Bytes. So that's our guy. And you could go into the website that is created. You could potentially find an email. You could find some more information. I would recommend finding some more information, trying to get as much knowledge as possible about their ethos and the way they think and what they're trying to do, and then build that into your proposal off the platform. So that's one example. Let's quickly go through and see if we can find another one. And this is a podcast editor needed for a generational podcast. Okay, so again, let's have a look down and see if we can find his name or her name. And there you can see on a couple of them, Luke is a great client. That is our guy, Luke. And we see that it's understanding Gen Z workforce. So let's put in Gen Z workforce and Luke. Just see what it throws back. And they're in Austin, Texas, but we'll just go with Gen Z workforce, podcast, and Luke. And there it is, Gen Z at work. There's Spotify, there's his website, and we have a surname. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to contact him through that website. We'll probably be able to find an email there. But having his surname, well, actually, do you know what? There was the name of the podcast, the very first words, but I didn't even notice. But look, I didn't even need it. Once I knew it was the area it was in, it was helpful for a search. So that's just another example. You don't actually need the name of a project or a podcast if you know the niche. Search that with a name, and you're likely to get a result. We can quickly search his name, just if there wasn't an email there. And there's his LinkedIn. Could be worth trying him on that as well. Email, I think, is probably best, but it can vary. I would say maybe don't hit them all up on various platforms. 1, 2 max. Let's see if we can find another one. There's the name of a podcast again, The Healing Hack. And again, can be helpful to find the name of the client. Because sometimes it won't actually be the host, or it could be a team member posting it. So can we find it? I think it's Wilma. Wilma has, that's seems to be Wilma. Let's do a search for The Healing Hack and Wilma. And there it is. And we have a RSS feed, a Spotify link, and a Buzzsprout link, which is good. A Facebook page. And there's Buzzsprout. Generally, through Buzzsprout, if you open up the RSS, search for @ you'll probably find a email address. But let's just have a quick look here and see what else we can find very quickly. There's an Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. And I'm pretty sure if you were to go into them, you'd be able to find an email address to contact Wilma directly. Let's do one more. Again, this is just stuff that's currently on the feed. This is people who are looking for freelancers to hire. Editor for 15-minute episode. What can we find in this one? Not a lot of information in the posts, but let's scroll down and see if we can find a name. And there is Jeanette. Okay, so we don't have a name of a podcast here. So let's just go Jeanette and YouTube, because she did mention she had a YouTube channel. And I don't think it's any of them. So let's go back and have a look for some more clues. Is there anything else here that we can find in the post? Understanding body composition, and also they're in Los Angeles. So there's 2 more things. So we have the name, we have the niche, and we have the location. So let's go again. Jeanette and YouTube and body composition. Oh, and look at this. Here is a YouTube channel, Jeanette Jenkins. I reckon this is the one. Trainer and wellness coach. And based in Hollywood. So that's our person. And look, you just open up this and you get a website, you get her Facebook or TikTok, and again, another opportunity to go and hit somebody up outside the platform. So like I mentioned, the next step will be to send them a well-crafted message off the platform and do a little bit of research. Make sure it's not a cold outreach, because this is, like I said, this is a warm lead. This is somebody who's ready to hire. And actually, by tracking them down and by sending them a well-crafted message where you include some things about what they're trying to do and why you understand that and why you're a good fit, you'll stand out from the 50 plus proposals they've got on the platform. I would say you should have a profile anyway. and be ready to stay on the platform. And because some clients will want to stay on the platform. So there might be a great scenario where they're super impressed that you've managed to track them down and send them a message on another platform. That shows initiative, and that shows that you want the job and you're willing to go that little bit extra. The second most important thing is that your proposal isn't too generic, that you've done a little bit of research. They'll be impressed by that again, but they may want to stay on the platform. I think a lot of clients are comfortable on the platform. So have your profile ready to go and just be upfront and honest and say, I have a ton of experience, or I've done this, that, and the other, but I haven't started on Upwork, but I'd love the opportunity to have a chat. That's your goal in that message. Can you get them on a call? Your goal when you get them on a call is, can I do some work for you? Can you send me some files? Make that ask. Do that job. If you feel this is going to be a really beneficial client, just show them what you can do. Going back to the freelancer I helped with this, what happened after for him was pretty incredible. He did exactly this process, the figuring out who they were, tracking them down, send them a well-crafted email, ask for a call, then asked to do a sample. He was hired really quickly. Within a couple of months, they were paying for him to go to New York to film some conferences. And they were also referring him to other clients, big clients in the space that they were operating in. It's been a life-changing contractor for him. He's now earning well over six figures. His freelance business has completely skyrocketed, mainly because of this one client who not only were they paying him very well, but they were connecting him with a bunch of other people. So this is the power of Upwork. And the best thing about this story for me is the initiative and the can-do attitude and the positivity. While I see so many people complaining about Upwork and the platform and the connects and the prices and the 10% fee, like Upwork can do whatever they want. It's their platform. They don't owe you anything. But it just goes to show a change in mindset, a positive flip in mindset, and a positive outlook as to how you can use it to your advantage, even if you're not on the platform, can produce life-changing results. So take a shot, be transparent, use your initiative, and you might be surprised what can happen. If you want help with this, send me a message. Be happy to chat on a call to see if I can help you in your freelance business.